Hey everybody, Jen here of Gen X Website Design and Strategy. In this video, I want to talk about something that comes up a lot when people are building or updating their websites, website sidebars, specifically what a sidebar is and why they can feel confusing if you're using Squarespace. If you've ever wondered whether sidebars are outdated, unnecessary, or even possible on your site, this will clear that up. Let's start with the basics. A website sidebar is a secondary content area that sits alongside the main content of a page. You'll most often see it on blog posts or long form articles. It's not meant to compete with the main content, it's there to support it. Think of the main content as the article someone can read. The sidebar gives them context, related information, or a clear next step once they're already engaged. If it helps, you can think of sidebars the same way magazines use callouts or pull quotes next to an article. They're not the story, but they add value for readers who want more. This is also why sidebars are most commonly used on blogs. Blog readers tend to spend more time on the page. They're scrolling, reading, and taking things in. A sidebar fits naturally into that experience because it doesn't interrupt the main content. It just sits alongside it. Squarespace doesn't include a native sidebar feature. There's no built-in option to say, add a sidebar to my blog. So a lot of people assume sidebars aren't supported or aren't worth considering. In reality, it just means you need a solution that works within Squarespace's structure. That's where a dedicated sidebar plugin comes in. This is why I use the sidebar plugin from SQSP Themes. Squarespace doesn't offer a native sidebar feature, so this plugin fills that gap. It allows you to add a functional sidebar to your blog posts or content pages in a way that's consistent and manageable. What I like about it is that it's designed specifically for Squarespace. You're not hacking a layout together or rebuilding pages every time you want to make a change. You set up the sidebar once, and you can update the content without redesigning your site. SQSP Themes also provides clear documentation and is known for being responsive if you need help during the setup, which makes the process stress-free. So the real question isn't whether every site needs a sidebar, it's whether a sidebar makes sense for how your site works and how people use it. If you're publishing content regularly and you want a consistent way to provide context or next steps, a sidebar is still a very practical option, even on Squarespace. So if you've been wondering whether a sidebar makes sense for your site or how people are adding sidebars to Squarespace sites in the first place, that's the approach I recommend. I'll link to the sidebar plugin from SQSP Themes below so you can take a look and decide whether it fits your site. I hope you guys found this helpful, and if you did, please give this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel, maybe share this with someone who you think could use some help with this. And remember, web design is really fun, but without a strategy, a beautiful website is only going to get you so far. Check out my website for more resources, help, and tips on how to build a strategic website for your business.